Hi there, my name is Morgan, and today I will be explaining the uses of Camtasia Relay as well as how to download, install, and operate the recording system. First of all, you might be wondering what Camtasia Relay is. Camtasia Relay is a presentation recording system used to capture and share your presentations quickly and easily from your own computer. It is most commonly used for lecture capture in classrooms, as well as providing professors with an extra resource to perform examples after class has ended. To get started with using Camtasia Relay, we will first have to navigate to URI's Camtasia homepage. So I'll just type that in here in my browser, camtasia.mts.uri.edu/RELAY. And here you'll see the login window, and all you need to log in are your eCampus credentials. So we'll just log in there. And once you're logged in, your personal dashboard will appear. And if you're a first-time user, you won't have anything here. And we'll begin exploring the dashboard by navigating each of the four menus you see across the top of the screen. First, we have the home menu, and if you hover over that, there are some drop-down menus. The dashboard link will just bring you right back to this page, your home page. The account settings will allow you to view your login credentials. And the help and resources link provides frequently asked questions as well as some more training videos. The next menu is presentations, and if you click the presentation list, this is where you would go to view all of your presentations, whether they're processing or completed, as well as their details. So you can see here the duration, resolution, etc. And next we have the profiles menu, and under that we have my profiles. And profiles are basically a predetermined group of settings to format your recording, and the one we will use most often is the URI profile. And publish account setup link is where you would come if you plan on publicly publishing a presentation, for example to YouTube or Sakai or anything. And finally, the last menu, download recorders, is where we'll go to next. This is where you actually obtain the actual recorder for your desktop. So according to which operating system you have, just choose the appropriate download. In my case, I have Windows. And as you can see, somewhere in your browser, you should see the program either called Win Camtasia Relay for Windows or Mac Camtasia Relay Zip for Mac users. And this should just begin to download automatically. And once that's complete, both Windows and Mac users can navigate to their Downloads folder and double-click the program with the same name as down here to initiate installation. And we're just going to click Run. So we'll just let that download. And once you click Finish, the Relay recording window should pop up and prompt a login. So once again, using your eCampus credentials, just log in. And as you can see, you have two options here, presenter or guest. And the guest setting is designed for users who do not have an account and are using somebody else's. But in this case, we all have accounts. So we'll just log in. And now we'll take a brief tour of the recorder. Minimize this. So first we have the audio settings. And this is where you go to select an external microphone if you plan on using one. Otherwise, make sure your computer's internal microphone is selected. So I have an external one and it already recognized that. And you'll know your microphone is working by viewing the audio input level window, which is right here. The green indicates that your voice is being heard and is at a good level of volume, while red, which would be up here, indicates that your volume is too loud. and no movement at all signals that your microphone is either not hooked up correctly or not turned on. So you just have to fool around with these settings if that happens. And so once you can see that your microphone or input is working, you have the option of automating your audio by selecting Auto. And this will adjust the volume of your voice to a consistent level if, for example, you have a problem with being too loud. And next we have the display settings, where you have the option of selecting a different monitor to record if you have one, but here I only have one monitor, so it's just selecting this one by default. And the camera settings are where you are able to enable or disable a webcam to record yourself while giving the presentation. And again, I don't have a webcam hooked up, so this option isn't available for me right now. Hotkeys are where you can assign specific keys, for example Z and X, to record, pause, and stop your presentation. So these are really useful when you don't want to spend a bunch of time cutting and editing footage of yourself scrambling to stop the recorder. And instead it would just be one set of keys to operate the whole recorder. The recording preview, as you can see, is exactly what's going to display as you are recording. If you haven't already noticed, it's an interactive preview and adjusts second to second according to what you're doing on your desktop. So if you wanted to pull up a Microsoft PowerPoint presentation, it would show up immediately in the preview, and as well as anything else going on. Moving on to the details of your presentation, this section is basically self-explanatory. To select a profile, just drop down the menu and select the one which best suits your needs for your presentation. As I said before, URI is usually a good option, and it's just a predetermined group of settings that'll format your recording. And you also have this option to upload and decide later, which will allow you to make your recording as well as upload it to the Camtasia website, but you won't be able to publish your presentation without selecting a profile. So we'll just go ahead and select URI. Then you need to give your presentation a meaningful title. So for this one, we'll just do training, as well as give it a description that will help you to distinguish it from other presentations. So we'll just say all the things we've done so far. Now down here, you will see a green check mark indicating that I am connected to the Camtasia server and am able to upload as well as process my video. If you are not connected to the server, you're still able to record your presentation, but it will not be able to process until the next time you're connected to the server via internet. So now that you're aware of the different functions within the Camtasia recorder, it's time to actually begin recording. It's a good habit to get into testing your visual and audio settings, and here with the test button, you're able to do so by creating a mock presentation that you can simply close out of after using. So I'll just go ahead and show you that. So everything I'm doing right now is being recorded, and we'll just stop. It'll finalize, and then you have the option of playing it back, making sure your audio and visual settings are to your liking. Close out, and it doesn't save or anything. And once you've tested your settings, you're able to just click record or use one of your hotkey settings to do so. And Camtasia will give you a 3-second countdown before minimizing the toolbar, and it will allow you to create your presentation. So as you can see, there's a live count going. And we'll just stop the recording, and it'll finalize it just like it did with the test. And here you have some trimming options if you need to, trim some time off the beginning or the end. You can play it back, and once you're satisfied, you can click submit. And this is just saying that it will be submitted to the server. We can go back and refresh this. And as you can see, the Camtasia Relay training video, this means it's being processed. So once it's processed, your presentation will appear with a little green check mark next to it as opposed to this symbol. And that will indicate that it has been finalized and is ready for publishing.